What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a while. I've been off camera for about 5 months, working out, figuring out stuff with school, and dealing with discipline and all that stuff at school. But today what I'm going to talk about is how my school took the wrong offense with a cell phone and wireless electronic offense. So let's get into it. So they took a wrong offense because I was in my first period and I'm on the computers 100% of my day because I'm working on a mock trial for Monday. And my mock trial is tomorrow, by the way. But what I mean by this is that I get called down because apparently I was texting Grace too much, okay? I was texting her too much, but that's about normal. We all text each other way too much. And so her mom calls the school and saying that, oh, it's a harassment when there has to be certain words in a text that state harassment. Okay? So you have that. But they took wrong offense because if you're on the computer and your phone is put up, but you're running Teams in the background on the computer at school, it is physically not allowed to count as a cell phone wireless electronic offense. So they took the wrong offense towards me, and they did. Now, I know my girlfriend watches my channel. If you get your phone back, you need to watch this video, and I'm gonna talk also, and I'm gonna talk in this video about the talk and no text type contracts, and I'll talk about those as well after I'm done talking about some of those parts. But so this stuff is taking terribly wrong, because they think that I'm texting her way too much, but like I said before, we all text each other a lot. Every day, you're texting somebody 24/7. You could be texting them legit until they die. But, so they took this offense wrong, and now it's the second offense I have on me. So it's YTD offense total, so I have 2 because something so stupid happened that I was never there. And it was bullying the first offense when I wasn't even there. Like, I was there, but I didn't do anything. So, they can't count this one either. So it's not counted, but they're counting it. My dad's seen the evidence. My mom has seen the evidence. 2 of my friends have seen the evidence. And they took offense between me, Andrew, Hunter, and all that stuff. They shouldn't have done that. Why? Because I wasn't there legit. I was still sitting there, and they called 4 of us down, and it affected Nate as well, or Nathaniel if you want to call him that. But he got affected by it, and he was stuck from JROTC or junior JROTC stuff for about a day because he got accounted as this when he knew he didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Andrew didn't do anything. So all because of what Daniel did to us. Apparently both of our parents wanted to go to the house and talk to his dad. But let's not talk about this. Let's talk about the cell phone wireless electronic minor part. So this one was taken. The officer is Mr. Bender. He's a little bit more nicer than Mr. McCarter because when he said, I'll give you 2 days on lunch detention, he could have turned it into a out of school suspension, 10 days off campus for something absolutely shouldn't have never happened. I shouldn't even gotten lunch detention, but he gave me lunch detention, and I got to pick where I wanted to attend lunch detention. I attended it in Mr. Lingemeyer, Roby, and Reed's office so that they can both keep an eye and so they see that it was taken wrongly. And so the person I was texting is Grace. But here's the thing: I'm on the computer in the mornings, and if I'm ever on Teams, if I'm at home mostly. If I don't feel like going to my computer and typing from there, I will use my phone and I'll text in Teams. But in the morning, I texted Grace around like 7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm at home. I'm on my phone. But so if I'm on my phone, right, and they try to count the time, I'll try to show you. Like, I'm not going to show you any of the exact same thing. So over here is on, so this is 25th of January, last month. And, so I'm trying to figure out why she got put back on and all that stuff. But, after realizing how she got put back on because of her parents and all that stuff, but blah, blah, blah. So her mom calls the school and talks about saying that I'm harassing Grace when I wasn't. There has to be physical text evidence, like even even one word has to lend and the meaning of a harassment text. None of my texts were harassments. And her mom was trying to go to the police as well to try. They can't do that. Why? Because there's no textual harassment evidence in any of my text messages in Teams stating anything that's related to harassment. So it doesn't work. And so they took offense by this. And so, of course, I did go to Lincoln Myers for 2 days. I had to go anyway because I needed help on stuff. But, now we'll talk a little bit about, extra stuff. And, so this offense was taken, Thursday, January 28th, like I said, last month. And it was taken because of her mom. And, so now we'll talk about the, talk and no text, style papers. So those are when you cannot text, hug, you can't physically do anything when, that paper is on you. But here's one thing. If they're online, like Grace has been put back online because of this. So she's online all third quarter, but she's coming back on campus on the fourth quarter. So on that date that it's been put on is the same date. Once they come back on campus, you can physically start talking to each other once again. That means you can talk to anybody that has it. Now, with the Daniel case, it got put on fully strictly, so that means nobody can talk to Daniel except the people that were not affected. And so, those people can talk to him no matter what. Me, Andrew, Hunter, and Nate can no longer talk to Daniel. So, after that was taken care of, now with the Grace case, that's kind of weird, Grace case, but, that offense was taken incorrectly because of it. And it was fully taken incorrectly. I would show you text, but of course I have extra names on the side of my screen, and I cannot show you those. Sorry. And of course I don't want to give Grace's last name or even her full name either. So that's why I'm not going to show you anything on the screen. But like I said, I just want to say that you can get affected without doing anything. I could be physically in a different class, and when the offense happened with the Daniel case, say if Hunter did do that, I can't be affected. Now, you can go down there to Student Services, and you can physically write, I don't know anything, I was not there, I was not involved, and you can sign your name off. They could still affect you, actually. Apparently, you can. You can still be fully affected by it. But if you write that statement, like I just said, if you write down, I don't know anything, I was never there, I'm not involved in this case. Sign your name and go. And if they go back down and that person that was offended says stuff, and you have video and audio recording of them, then show that to the officer or to whoever your officer of discipline is. Both of them are different. I had Mr. McCarter for the bullying one, and then of course Mr. Bender for the second one. But, YouTube. But, with these offenses taken incorrectly on both of these two cases, the Grace case and the Daniel case, these both were taken incorrectly. I could go full detail of why these are taken completely, and I'm going to explain. The Grace case was, incorrectly taken because my phone was in my pocket the entire time. My phone was in my pocket, and I was on the computer next to Caden. I was on Teams, multitasking, working, taking care of drama in the text, and also getting my mock trial done. My phone is nowhere to be seen. It's in my pocket. My second period, my phone's also in my pocket because she does not like her phones out. My third period, you can have your phone out, just don't be on it. Fourth period, don't have your phone out. It's gotta stay in your pocket. My fifth period, she doesn't care. My sixth period also doesn't care. When I'm normally texting Grace, I'm texting her at home on Teams, but I'm off campus. So anything that is used, like her mom could call the school like nonstop, but they can't count anything because why? I'm not on campus. I can even be online and I can continually text Grace no matter what. But she can't, her mom can't do anything. Now I want to explain a few things with Teams. So once you have that paper on you, I have one on me because of Grace's mom. But once she goes back on campus, her mom can't do anything. They physically cannot say anything. But the paper just shows you what you cannot do. You can't high five, you can't hug, you can't kiss, you can't do anything. You're physically stuck. You can't even you can look at each other, but you can't talk. You can't text each other. You can't do anything while you're on campus. Once you're physically off campus, you can do whatever you want. You both can talk, text, no matter what. But with that involved, it is only effective for 1 quarter. That means by the time she gets back in 4th quarter, that paper is off me and off her. So, Grace, your mom put a paper on me because of it. Now, I cannot text you in Teams physically at all unless you text me first. That is one rule. Now, I get what you're saying in the notes, saying that I have to text first. I physically cannot text first because of the papers. But if you text back first on Teams, I can start texting you again. But I can't do anything unless you say something. And the other thing is that no, it is not harder to get back on campus for texting me on Teams. They can't do anything. They can, the school can look. They're just going to keep an eye on the chat. They don't care if you're texting me. They don't care. They don't look at Teams at all. That is one thing the school does not do. The one thing, if you're in a teacher chat room with a teacher, then yes, you're being watched the entire time. But if you're in a group, I have 9 to 6 different people in 2 different groups, and I'm in them. That's just us. There's no teacher in that group whatsoever. If a teacher creates a group with your name in it and anybody else's, you're chatting with the teacher and you're in a chat room. But if you're on 1-1, that means 1v1, or you're on a different private chat, there's nothing wrong. You can text me. We could both be texting back and forth physically. You could text first, I could text back. Boom, 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 while we're off campus. I can also do it while I'm on campus if that paper was not affected. If you texted first and I'm on campus, I can text you back once you text me first. It means I can physically reply back. And so after that, then I can text you back and forth. But I get a lot of it. In case I do have to, I will have my parents with me and 2 other people with as well. I know where you're at. You do go to CF, Central Florida College. So I've already been there once with my sister when she had to go take care of some things. But I just want to say that these 2 offenses were taken incorrectly and wrongly. That I shouldn't have been affected on the Grace case. I shouldn't have been affected on the Daniel case either. So, yeah. So that explains why you haven't seen me on YouTube for 5 months, because I've been dealing with this mostly, and I've been trying to physically find out why these offenses were fully taken when they shouldn't have. Alright, so like I said, you guys have any comments, anything you guys want to ask me in the comments, please chat in the comment room, or just leave comments in the link below, or just leave them in the chat. comment area, and I will try to respond back as much as possible. Grace, if you have your phone back, you can talk in the comments as well, and I'll try to respond back to you. So if you want me to start talking to you back on Teams, you have to text me first. I can't do anything. And then I'll explain what your mom did to me. Alright, guys. I'll be posting probably next week. So, see you guys. Talk to you later. Peace.